Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a man who's wearing Richard's shirt, Rob Benedict, his good-looking pal, Matt Cohen, and the other guy, Rich Spain.
3, it's a magic number. Yeah, it is. It's a magic number. 3, it's a magic number. Yeah, it is. It's a magic number.
Wow. There was no hesitation there.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Heads up, man.
I almost threw up, just so you know.
Caught me off
I
guard.
almost threw, when I came down and went like this, all the corn almost came right out of my face.
I didn't jump, and I almost threw up, too.
I broke into a sweat. Why? Because my crotch was in your face?
No, we just shoveled food into our mouth.
That's true, we did. Rob and I just speed ate corn and mashed potatoes backstage, so we both have heartburn now.
And we lost Rich.
And we lost
I had
Rich.
to go find my coffee. Boys, well done.
See you later. Charlotte!
Charlotte.
Where the hell are the rest of you?
Where they been? Where they go?
What is happening right now that people aren't in this room?
Misha.
Look at this. There's corn on my finger.
Wow, you really did almost throw up.
I did. Or it came out of my butt. I'm not sure. I didn't know what else to do with it.
I was just imagining that.
I'm not going to smell it.
That little kernel escaping.
Gross.
Just
What's Misha doing that's so important? Pictures.
You do pictures?
being me.
You know what? We should take everybody down there and do our panel in the photo up room. It just seems like
we'd get more people there. We gotta
He deserves that.
talk to the schedule person.
classic Misha.
That's right.
Aww.
That's right.
Did you say Rob is deader than Misha?
A really smart person is speaking. Can you please let her have the floor?
Take.
I love you.
Should we take? I mean,
Yeah,
or
let's say.
should we just quit?
We should.
Stupid dumb Misha. All right, over there, you. Way over there.
I can hardly see.
No, the microphone. That helps.
Hello.
Hi.
Corn anywhere else on me?
How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing?
We're good.
How are you?
How you doing?
We're great.
Great.
I have a question. So you guys are always so open about everything you do, and I was wondering, what's like the hardest thing you've ever had to do? Like just a struggle that you went through.
Being a dad. You don't want to mess it up, man. It's real easy to mess that one up. It's hard. I'm 3 years and 3 months in, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Ever. No idea. Guys, hardest thing you've ever had to do besides be friends with me?
I gotta say, parenting is probably it. Parenting is it's an ever-evolving. I'm sure there's a lot of parents in the room, and I'm sure that probably a lot of people who have parents in the room. I'm going to go on a limb and say the lion's share of you have parents. Yeah, I find that to be an enormous challenge to balance the emotional journey they're on with the professional and emotional journey you're on yourself with your spouse. It's tricky. It's a tricky journey. Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Just to be different, I will say that having a stroke was no picnic. That was really difficult. And and everything that went after it, everything that came from recovering from it and dealing with it, and having, a lot of PTSD about it. That was very difficult. Life changer.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you
This has
so much.
nothing to do with your answer about serious about having a stroke.
No, I said having a stroke, and when someone, yay!
Yeah, that's right. I started laughing because out there you hear people who are not listening to your answer all scream yay in unison.
Because normally you break into laughter when I talk about the stroke, presumably just because I'm talking about the stroke. But yeah,
People cheering was a new,
that was a good,
new
that was a
spin
good
on
addition.
it. I did near-death experience. Hooray! So you heard that same thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
totally.
You.
Hi, Angelina from Dallas.
Hello, Angelina.
So this question is for Rob.
Bobo.
The show spent a lot of time processing your return with Lucifer and your relationship with Lucifer. If you had had time to process with Castiel in the same manner, what would that have looked like?
That's a tricky question because I did talk to Lucifer in the body of Castiel, so that was
Right, but actual Castiel, I think, is the question.
right. So if
If you were...
God was dealing with Castiel,
Yeah.
what would that have looked like? I think it would have been very similar to the Lucifer Castiel conversation, except it would have been a lot more affectionate.
Right, because he was loyal to you.
Exactly, and
until
he's
the end.
and he's kind of my favorite angel, you know. So
I'm right here.
but you guys are first of all, you're archangels.
Okay, well,
We're still
Second of all,
angels.
you don't treat us like that.
You're not my fave.
Well,
That's right. Now,
no kidding.
you went like, you're not my fave with your hand, and I'll just step over here so it's more...
No, it's definitely aimed at me.
No, it's definitely aimed at him.
It's aimed at me. It's not you.
Michael was my favorite, but now Michael in the body of other people is doing lots of damage. So
Yeah, well...
our family is a mess, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. And hey, I take full responsibility. I was a nowhere dad. I was never
right.
around. I always traveled. I had lots of conventions to go to. I mean, God stuff to do.
We should redo My Three Sons. Is that My Three Sons or is that something else?
Something else,
Da,
but it's
da,
okay.
da, 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 da,
That's
da.
Odd Couple, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? I
don't even think...
And you're Fred McMurray, and you come out like, well, what's going on, Chip?
That's right. That's right. We should.
You know?
With the two of you and Lucifer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Michael. I mean, you, Michael, not the other Michael. Not
Yeah.
Michael. Nice Michael.
Michael!
Back when Michael was really ripped.
That's right.
Anyway, yeah, I think it would have been more affectionate, the meeting between me and Castiel.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You.
Hi. So this is my friend's question, so I don't know if I'm going to get it completely right, but it's for Rob. And so it's like, she wants to know if you think that, like, when you die and, I don't know, I guess if you believe in heaven and you get there, do you think that God would punish you for how you portray him?
Oh, me?
Hold on. This is a good question. Are you going to pay for your sins? Are you going to go to heaven and be punished by God for impersonating him?
You're saying if you go to heaven,
If. Big if.
and you meet God, so if that's the case, when I die, is God going to be like, shame on you for
Yeah.
playing God?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the question?
I think, is that the question?
Yeah, that's
She's
the
like,
question.
it was my
Yes,
friend. I don't
yes,
know. That's pretty much it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's a legit question.
Yeah, no, I know you'd want it.
Look, man, whatever. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, you've been fiddling with the Almighty.
I think it's more realistic that when I get to heaven, God is George Burns, and he's like, shame on you. That was my part. You can't have it. No, I think if there's a God, he would be proud of me for being a working actor.
I think you get up there. You're going to heaven, Robbie. You're going up there.
Okay?
And then
Thank
you
God.
realize, you walk in the gates, the door, the drawbridge, whatever it is. You get in and everybody's like, and you're like, what? And they're like, you're finally here. And then you find out that you are God.
Ah!
And what if God was one of us? Yeah, and you just walk in, and people are like throwing you grapes, and you're just like,
Grapes.
and you eat some grapes.
He loves grapes.
And there's wine everywhere. There's tons of wine because, yeah,
Swimming in
wine's
wine.
fun. There's margaritas, too. And you know what? There's joints also, right? Was that? Oh, no, margaritas, I mean. And Rob walks in, and everybody's like, what if God was one of us? And it was like, what if Rob was God like us?
Oh, my
And you're like,
God.
oh, Rob is here. And there he is. And everybody's skiing on the clouds.
People
and
are skiing?
It's great.
Most amazing day ever.
And you find out you're God, and you just had all this power this whole time. You never used it, really.
Wow.
It was just your subconscious created all these people and all this stuff.
Oh, man.
Whoa, man, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Are those grapes?
People start shooting at me.
Morpheus walks in and he's like, take the red pill and the blue pill. They're great together, man.
I'm so wasted, you guys.
Yes.
Heaven is great, but I think I'm going to be sick.
I don't know if I can. Note to self: Uber to heaven. I mean, like you're gonna get hosed.
This is great. Everything's great, but I need a minute.
All the Ubers are beautiful white unicorns with the Uber symbol on their shoulder, just like, hey,
my
man.
God. How do you rate them?
Don't rate them. They're all 5-star, man. Everything's
man, that's a
perfect
dream.
in Rob's heaven. It's called Rob's heaven, too. That's the thing. It's Rob's heaven.
Thank you for this dream, Matt.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let it be so.
Just
awesome.
doing my best to try
Dear
to get up there
me.
with you.
Oh.
Oh, me.
No.
Make it that it's so.
That's right.
Anyway, I think I'm cool. I'm going to live my life as if it's going to be all right. I'm not going to be smitten, smited, smote. You know, that it's just a job.
Not
It's
gonna
hard
get-
enough being an actor. I feel like God's going to be like, you're good, you're good. That'll be, thank you, George Burns.
Thank you for the question.
Thank
That was
you
a
for the
very,
question,
thank
too.
your friend for the question. All right, over there.
Hi. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was going to say.
That's Rob, Matt. I'm Rich.
I know, Rich is really intimidating. I get that way, too.
I'm just really nervous. I have a really stupid question.
Okay.
Bring it on.
What's your favorite food?
Okay.
Corn.
Not corn, not anymore.
Not that corn. Not that little critter that escaped Matt's trousers. No, sir. I don't like that corn. That particular kernel is dead to me. Favorite food, Robbo?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Ooh. Loves
No matter
popcorn.
what, if I'm full, I couldn't eat another bite, I will eat
He
popcorn.
loves popcorn.
True.
I have a second stomach for popcorn.
Mr.
If someone's
Popcorn.
making popcorn, I'm like, where's the popcorn? I love popcorn. If you want to give me a present, give me popcorn. One time I got really, I love it at the holidays, they give you the popcorn buckets.
Oh, the day from Flavors.
I started buying them for myself because people were not giving them to me as a present.
At Costco, do you go to Costco? Costco has these big, they're like 5-gallon tubs of it.
Yeah, with it divided into 3.
Yep.
Cheese, caramel.
Yep. I always eat the caramel first,
Yeah,
every time.
and the cheese last.
Yeah, cheese last.
Rich, favorite food?
I like food. Like
Yep.
a lot of food.
What's your fave?
Like a lot of food. Like foods. Various foods. Favorite food, if I had to say, absolute favorite food.
Gun to your head.
I'd simply say this. Crab legs. I love me some snow crab legs, Alaskan king crab legs. I really do
Melted
like crab
butter?
legs. Love crab legs. Love the
I
butter.
I'll just sprinkle some popcorn on
Ooh,
top.
yeah, a little popcorn. Maybe get some popcorn shrimp over by. Yeah, but Matthew?
Matthew?
I'm a pizza person.
I love pizza. Matty loves pizza.
You can put anything on a pizza. Tastes good cold, tastes good hot, tastes good when it's bad.
Yeah.
It's pizza. Put
Not
some
wrong.
popcorn on pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Pineapple or no pineapple?
Pineapple
Listen.
or no pineapple? Pie-napple or no pie?
Ah, I didn't realize
Napple.
it's so...
divided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In these troubled times.
You guys know what I'd say. You know what the answer is. I'll leave that with you for the sake of me losing some fans in this room. I could go either way. And that's my answer. That's right. What about you, Rich?
Pineapple or
said.
no pineapple? I would never choose it, but when put in front of me, I will consume it.
I
you
went
can
through
say
a
about
phase.
a lot of things.
I went through a phase where I was like, sure. Throw some pineapple on there. I'm feeling Randy.
Experimental.
Yeah.
What did Randy think about that?
Randy never liked it.
Randy's like, stop touching me. I'm trying to eat the pineapple.
But not anymore. I have no problem with it, though. I'm open to everyone trying whatever they want to. But not for me anymore. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love the three of you. I love all of you. And thank you.
That's the three of us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
She loves all of the three of us.
Oh yeah, all three of us.
Not
All every inch of all three of us.
That's just our toes.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So one of my favorite shows, of course, to watch is Kings of Con.
Thank
Okay.
you.
In the 5th episode, the Cirque du Cabaret, we know what everybody's acts are going to be, except Sue's. What would her act have been?
Watch the sequel. Find out.
No! I mean, yes!
Robbie will make up something funny. Robbie?
Stu's not going to do. She's not going to have an act. She doesn't. She's in protest of it. This is ridiculous. They want us to do this. They can suck it. That's her. You know what I mean? She's in protest of the whole thing. She's going to just stand on stage and smoke her e-cigarette.
Right.
Scowl at the audience.
Which she does very well, by the way. Smoke
Quite well.
rings.
Okay.
But she's not going to give in to the man's expectations. She's going to do her own thing, be in protest. By the way, the questions about our show Kings of Con. We did 10 episodes of a show Kings of Con. We're in talks to hopefully do a season 2, and Matt's in it, and a lot of our Supernatural friends are in it. If you don't know it, go find it. It's on iTunes, Amazon, Roku. Kings of Con.
If you guys haven't seen it, please go see
Yeah, it's
it.
funny.
These guys created something that's spectacular and funny and involves a lot of us weirdos, and it's awesome. And raise your hand if you haven't seen Kings of Con. This is your duty and your job and your challenge to leave here and watch these episodes. It's truly funny. They built
Truly, it's
this
called
thing.
Kings of Con. Misha's in it, Jensen Jarrett are in it, he's in it, Gil's in it, Osric's in it, everyone's in it.
Yeah.
So you're going to love it, and it's funny, and it's about the behind the scenes at conventions, revealing the fact that we're the craziest people in the room, and Rich and I wrote it and created it, and we're super proud of it. So check it out.
It's really awesome. If you guys haven't seen it.
It's on Amazon and
iTunes,
and Roku.
Okay, cool. Brilliant. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Could we get a demonstration of Push-Up Paradise?
A what?
Push-Up Paradise. That's what your...
Oh, right, yeah. When I came on stage, the roaring screams,
beating
I just had to
Push-Up
finish the Push-Up Paradise. Guess you can get a demonstration in Season 2 of Kings of Con. Not only will you see the Push-Up Paradise, you'll see the Push-Up Paradise squared, okay? And that's something that you're not quite prepared for. So tune in.
It's 2 push-ups.
That's 2 push-ups.
You.
Hey.
Hey.
So, first off, Matt, I'm sure you've never heard this before in your entire life, but my mom says she loves you on General Hospital.
Oh, thank you to your mother. Is she here?
No.
All right. Well,
Not really her thing.
she doesn't like me enough to show up, but
No,
that's
not that
okay.
much. But, Rich, last weekend at Denver on Sunday, you made the comment that you thought we should do Mad Libs at every convention.
So you got Mad Libs. Good. Hit me.
So, if you guys don't mind, if I could have a plural noun from each of you.
Plural noun from each of us. I'm going to go with crab legs.
Okay.
Robbie?
Popcorn.
Okay.
Pineapple pizza.
Zuzz. Was it someone said plural noun, and someone in the audience said, do you know what that is? Because I took a minute.
Really?
Yeah, I got heckled last week in Denver because they were like, my word was
The
plural.
grammar police for you.
Yeah, and they're like, do you know what that is? I'm like, I know what that is. No, it was adverb. It was adverb.
So
funny.
now you're gonna ask various performers throughout the weekend, right?
Yeah, I've got like 3 left, I think.
All right,
Great.
good. Well, scribble those down. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Can't wait.
You.
Keep up the Mad Libs also. Those are good fun.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey.
guys. Have you tried liver mush yet?
What?
No. This was discussed on the bus.
And why not?
Liver mush is apparently a local treat, food. I don't understand what it is. Apparently, I'm not sure people on the bus know what it is. It's either mushy or crispy or a loaf. I'm not sure, but I just want to talk to the people of the liver mush marketing team. You have a naming problem. You're wondering why liver mush hasn't caught on and spread beyond the Charlotte borders. I'll answer that question for you. I'll solve that mystery.
I've got 2 words for you.
Yeah, liver mush. That's your problem right there. That's your naming. Listen, I mean, There's
could've gone.
some nasty things in the world, but with a nice name.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll give you an example. Have you ever had onion flour? It's a big fried onion.
Oh, yeah.
But if they call it big fried onion, it wouldn't sell as well as onion flour.
That's true.
It opens right up for you.
I feel the same way about Spam. The special ham. They combined it. Just not ham at all. Lord knows what it is.
It's Spam.
Spam, a bunch of stuff compressed together into a rectangle. It's unholy. But people buy it by the loaf because it's called Spam. It's not called creamy butthole. It's called Spam. Liver mush is not going to fly off the shelves, kids. Don't go to the stock market and invest your money in liver mush. It's not going to catch on. It's not going to suddenly snowball into the nation's tasty treat unless you rename it.
I've had a sandwich with creamy butthole. Just spread right out. Oh, so good.
So good. It's an acquired taste. So no is the answer. But if you're thinking about bringing some tomorrow for the green room, let me thank you in advance and go ahead and tell you it's delicious because I probably won't try it. But
I believe Kat can make that happen.
oh,
all right.
Did somebody just kill a cat in the back?
There's a dead cat in the back.
All right. Well,
coincidentally,
you've thrown down the gauntlet there.
Right. What about like chicken livers or fried chicken? I grew up on fried chicken livers. You guys ever eat that?
I have tried a chicken liver. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Well,
not a fan of the liver.
Okay.
Anything eating liver is not. It's just never. Maybe it's just the name liver.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm not a liver fan.
If it were called popcorn, I'd eat it.
At least one.
At least
you
one.
try it once, you go,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Wow.
Unflavorful popcorn. You.
My question is for Rich. What was your favorite thing about playing Gabriel and Loki in the same episode?
Favorite thing about playing Gabriel and Loki in the same episode was me watching me kick my own ass. That was like that. The whole episode was phenomenal to be a part of because I got to direct, myself playing two characters. But I especially enjoyed conceptualizing and executing the fight between Gabriel and Loki. I thought it was super fun to work with the team on and figure out how to do. And the shooting was rushed. We didn't have a lot of time. We didn't shoot it in order. There were a lot of sort of stumbling blocks that we were able to avoid. And I just thought that was one of the greater challenges I've had so far in my directing/acting experience. And I'm not sure it'll be a tough one to top because it was such a unique situation. You don't get a lot of opportunities to direct yourself, and you don't get a lot of opportunities to play two characters, and you sure as hell don't get a lot of opportunities to direct yourself playing two characters. So I think for me it was it was very specifically the fight sequence. That was my favorite part. Thank you for the question.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, my question's for Rob. I was wondering if you had any plans to do any more cover songs in the future, because I have a suggestion that I think would fit your voice well.
Well, certainly. We were never a cover band. We never played covers. We kind of had to force ourselves into learning a few when we had longer gigs, just to kind of mix it up. And because of Saturday Night Special, we've learned, and because of this whole weekend, we play a lot more covers. So we've been learning a lot of stuff. Always learning new songs for these guys to sing. So that being said, what's your suggestion?
Dreamweaver.
Ooh, I like it.
Please.
All right. Who do you think should sing it?
Please.
Who?
I'll die.
Me?
You.
Do it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Please.
I'll get on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Who is your dream weaver? Mine's Dennis.
God, I'd have to think about it. I don't know any other weavers. There's a guy that made...
mine's Sigourney.
Ah!
Sigourney. Sigourney.
You missed that?
Yeah, he's got it. So, Robbie.
Sigourney.
I ask you, who's your favorite weaver?
My dream weaver.
Yeah, who's your dream weaver? If you get any weaver, like your dream weaver. Sigourney, I've never seen you happier.
That was great.
I
I'm
was
so
reaching.
bummed I didn't think of that.
I'm going to come up with another one.
Well, there's a guy that made baskets down the street from my house who's just a skilled weaver. So I guess he's my dream
Nimble
weaver.
fingers.
His name was Stan.
Stan the weaver.
Stan Tomlinson, but he was a great weaver. So he's my dream weaver.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Hey, you over there.
Hi.
Somewhere Sigourney Weaver is going to go online and see that her hashtag Sigourney Weaver attached to a beautiful, beautiful daytime soap star leaping around on stage. She's like, why is this guy so excited to say my name? And how am I playing second fiddle to Dennis? She wants to, it's like, how am I not number one? You. That was something.
My cheeks are cramping up, man.
Yeah.
Dehydrated. Do you have a question?
Young lady?
I'm trying. Okay, so Rich, you're my favorite.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're absolutely.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Sorry, not sorry.
Look, some people like. Some people love liver mush. You know what I'm saying? It takes all kinds.
Thank you. I love you too. There's one. This is awesome.
All right, you.
That being said, my question is actually for Matt.
Hey! Long way around.
So, Matt, my question. Rich, Rob, come back.
He'll be back.
Don't worry about him. He's looking for his weaver. What is your question to me?
My question to you is, what is the most embarrassing story you have on these two?
My most embarrassing story of these two or with?
Of Rich and Rob.
Man, that's tough. I don't know that we just kind of always act slightly embarrassing. So it's like part of our nature at this point that we're going to offend somebody in the room if the three of us are together. I don't know that we have like a truly embarrassing moment. All right, I'll give you one that happened to me. And this is, I was getting the crowd pumped up one night. It was a Saturday night special or karaoke. And it wasn't as embarrassing as it was surprising. I jumped down off the front of the stage, and I was right here. I was getting everybody clapping. Come on, clap, clap, clap. This lady wasn't clapping. I said, come on, clap, clap, clap. And right in front of my face, she went. And I was like, she only had one hand. And to save her, I put my hand here, and we clapped together. And then I got another one that caught me off guard in Australia. Rich and I were in Australia last year, and there was a woman, this was so bad. We're doing our thing, and we hop around the audience asking questions. And again, I went down to this one woman. She was wearing her sunglasses, and I'm like, I wear my sunglasses at night so I don't have to look at you. And she went, doesn't matter because I can't see. I haven't figured out a way to get over that one yet. My therapist is working on that with me.
I had not heard that, and I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
It doesn't really involve these guys, although Rich was there and Rob were there for both of them, but, you know, I'm just an embarrassment, and you guys accept me for that, and that makes me feel better about it. I was telling the story. I went up to the lady in Australia with the glasses on. I started singing in her face.
Oh, that was classic.
I was really trying to give her a hard time for wearing her sunglasses inside. We were in a dark room. Like, it was darker than this, and I was, right here.
The question for Matt was, does he have any embarrassing stories about me and you?
You guys have any that I'm...
The only thing I think is
about ourselves?
The airplane story, which is not so much embarrassing, just...
It's not that embarrassing, though, per se. I don't know.
Embarrassing for
I
me
like
and
that.
Matt.
I like that story of Matt is good.
That's a good-
Let
it's a good
Matt
embarrassing
embarrass
story.
himself.
Yeah.
and,
We have a lot of stories together.
Yeah.
I don't know that
But
they're
embarrassing?
embarrassing. It's just our life.
I think we'll leave it at that. You
It's the R2M.
insulting people.
You want me to stop answering this question right now, don't you?
Yes.
Right. Next question.
You.
See how we work?
Hi, I'm the designated question asker since her mouth is sealed shut.
Fair enough.
She wants to know from mostly Rich, but all three of you, what it's like to try and act in prosthetics, like when you've got scars and stuff attached to you and stuff.
Well, I think it's a question we actually all can answer. For me, I'll say it actually is cool. It depends on, for what you're talking about, just scarring and that kind of thing. Actually helps you feel like the character. It helps you be like, when you look in the mirror and you see the work they've done that's astonishing and makes you look like you've been beat up or, abandoned on the side of the road or whatever look you're going for, it puts you in the mindset of what that should feel like. So it actually helps. I think costuming and makeup can be a tremendous asset when you're trying to play a character in a certain mindset. So I think it's really cool. I haven't done anything. I've never done, and you and I are actually talking about prosthetic makeup recently. I've never done prosthetic makeup where it threw me off my A game, where it was so obtrusive or intrusive that I was getting dizzy or claustrophobic or anything. So every time I've had it put on me, it always sort of helps help you snap into the mode. Bravo?
Yeah, it can be difficult depending on how much gear you've got on. When I did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I was a vampire. And that was intense because you had the contact eyes, fake teeth, and this piece that kind of goes like this over your nose. And I was having most trouble, couldn't see much, but also I couldn't speak. Like it was just like, mouthful of teeth. And Joss Whedon was on the set my first day, and I have lots of speeches, and I'm going, but I wasn't unaware that it was as bad as it really was. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, you're doing a great job. You look amazing. We can't tell what you're saying. So if you can so if you look back at the episode, I'm working very hard to say my lines."
So you just had to be slow and over-enunciate? That was...
Over-enunciate everything. So
Matt, you ever done prosthetics or anything?
Yeah, I've done some horror prosthetics that were pretty crazy, but I agree with you on the same thing. The most recent thing on Criminal Minds, when I got to do like a full beard and tattoos and stuff, it just lends itself to creating the character. I mean, you look yourself in the mirror and you can't just be Matt. You just immediately become somebody else. I think it's great. I think it always adds. There's so many wonderful makeup artists and effects people in this business, and they are a large part of creating the character, even from the people that do our hair and makeup. It's all part of a creative together.
when your mouth was sewn shut, you had said, though, that had to be a little bit frustrating, right?
Well, it was the greatest day on set
crew.
for the whole crew.
No,
yeah,
I celebrated in Los Angeles. I wasn't even with you.
There was a ripple of joy that went from Vancouver down to Southern California.
They've created a national holiday.
Yeah, they thought it was some sort of weather pattern that had shifted.
But, did you have to eat lunch?
Well, the first time, the only time it was completely sealed shut was the episode 13 where I first was revealed. That was the only time they did it where I couldn't use my mouth. That was like, but no kidding. An hour and a half in that get up. And then the other episodes, they would have it where I could move my mouth a little bit, and they would just kind of touch up the makeup to seal it when we would do actual shots, or so I could eat. Because it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get all that stuff put on. So you obviously couldn't take it off and on to eat. So they had to do it where I could be in it for all day. I thought it was a fascinating process just to sit in the chair and watch them do that. I thought it was really, really cool.
Have you guys ever had to have where they make a head of you, where they cover you and that stuff?
I did that one time.
Yeah, I did it once too.
Yeah,
freaky.
That does get to the point where you're breathing through a straw.
Yep.
Then it gets to a point where
it's a little weird.
I want this to be done now.
We're talking about if they make a fake head of you, for whatever horror movie or whatever it is, they have to hurt your face in a way they can't do it in real life. They make a torso or a head, and they cover you in a layer of plaster and then a layer of other stuff. And the best explanation is it's literally like being buried alive. They
do it over your entire face. Your eyes are shut.
Yeah.
You're breathing through a straw. and then and then it dries, and then they got to get it off.
Right, and you have to communicate with, like, they say, like, every 5 minutes, are you okay? And it's 1 is yes, and 2 is no, or whatever it is, and
they cut it off.
How long does it take to dry? Like when you're doing that, I can't remember. How long did it
It's
take
all
to
pretty quick. It just
I feel like it was like an hour beginning to end, but
because the whole time too, they're molding your face, right? They're like
Right.
spreading out with a little knife. They're like so that it's not just like a block. It's like.
But by the time, like from eyes covered to removing it, 30 minutes, 45 minutes?
yeah, I would say at least 45 minutes for mine.
That's a good chunk. That's a good chunk of having that on,
Yeah.
breathing through a straw. All right, well, thank you for the question.
Thank you.
We're all claustrophobic now.
We'll go into our own talk.
That's okay. What'd Matt do? Stop it, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on, dude. Gal's trying to ask a question.
What, Matt, I love you. I think you're a great dad, and I love watching the forts you build with your son. And Rich, I think it's bullshit that we waited so long for you to get back, and they kill you after 7 damn episodes. But my question's for Rob. I love Rob. Rob, I love you, and I love the band. And I was just wondering if you guys are working on anything new, or we're planning on releasing anything anytime soon, since it's been a hot minute since no time.
The band. What's the band got cooking, buddy?
Yeah, good news. We just finished recording our next album, which is actually a sort of a. People have been saying we should do an acoustic album because we do these acoustic shows every once in a while. So we went back and recorded our songs throughout our catalog that people have said they really like. We recorded them, but we just decided we didn't want to just do it acoustic. We wanted to really kind of change it up. So we kind of redefined the songs, rearranged the songs. We hired a fiddle player to play on one of the songs. We hired a cellist to play on a couple of songs. It's really cool and new and different than anything we've ever done. We're excited about it. There are 2 new songs on the record. One of those songs we're going to be playing tonight. Yeah, the album is all done. We're just kind of doing the finishing pieces on the mix and getting it mastered, and it'll be released in October. I think October 22nd.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome, man. I
Yeah,
didn't know that you had extra instruments and you were redesigning. I thought it was just a straight acoustic.
No, it's like we've decided rather than just do the same song, just like mix it up a little bit. So some of the songs are like faster, different, or slower.
I can't wait to hear it.
Rhythm to them.
Yeah. Hey, what's the difference between, and this is a serious question, between a mandolin and a banjo?
Oh, a lot.
Rich?
Well, a
Do they
banjo's
sound similar?
Not really.
No.
A mandolin is 8 strings. And
What's the shape? Is the shape?
Mandolin's a small instrument with a very small neck. A banjo, obviously, with round
Right.
face. They're both self-amplified. Banjo has 5 or 4 strings. The high
Mandolin
strings
is Losing My Religion by R2M as mandolin.
Gotcha. And banjo is God's instrument.
And now back to the other one, so I can compare. Awesome.
Spot on.
That was awesome. I just needed to know that.
You.
Hi. So I was wondering, have y'all seen the latest Avengers movie?
I have not.
No, I've heard a lot
I have
about it,
not.
though. My son's favorite movie.
Okay, so I was wondering, hypothetically, if y'all were in the middle of the fight and y'all had superpowers, what would you do to save yourself and or stop Thanos?
Did you get the part where we haven't seen it? Was that a...
Well, basically, if you're in a fight with a whole bunch of
I didn't have another
superheroes
question
and
prepared.
people with godlike powers, what would be your superpower to get out of it?
The ability to sow like the wind.
Sew? Just sew something up. It's freezing! Quick! I need a scarf! Brilliant! I would have feet like rockets, and I could just go, poof, and just get out of there.
Right.
And I would have the ability to stop the fight. So just pew, and just walk out of the big, handsome circle of warriors that I I'd go get a pineapple pizza and call it a fucking night. I don't know.
Boom.
Thank you.
In the business, that's what we call a callback.
Good question. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a lot nervous.
No problem, man.
My question's for Rich. What was your favorite part about being in this season, whether it was on screen or off screen?
Being in season 13?
Yes.
You know, anytime I get to direct anybody on that show, I feel very privileged. It's such a fantastic show to be cutting my teeth on as a director. And there are moments in every episode, and Rob and Matt know this, I'll tell them about it off stage, or I'll be like just blown away by something somebody does, something that Jensen does on camera, something that Jared brings to the table, an idea that Misha has, and I'm around to see the whole thing, the genesis of the whole process. I absolutely love that process of being able to be a part of that whole thing. I've seen some phenomenal actors doing phenomenal work and working with a crew that is so freaking great and well-oiled that they can execute at such a high level. That said, if we're specifically talking about season 13, again, I got to go with the opportunity that is just the most rare opportunity in the world to be able to direct myself. And I know I already answered that, but that really was one of those, no one would do that on purpose. No one would do that. It sort of landed in the lap of production that they said yes to an idea and then realized that I had also been assigned to direct it and put themselves in a pickle, and we all kind of came together and they said, well, I guess we'll just give it a try. So the opportunity to do that was just fantastic because it wasn't just a challenge for me. It was a tremendous bonding experience for me, Jared, and Jensen, and Brad Creaser, the camera operator, and Sayers, the DP, because it really became a team sport in a different kind of way. It's always a team sport, but in this case, there's nobody at the monitor watching the details. The details are being watched on set, so that Jared and Jensen and I had a dinner beforehand and talked about, hey, listen, you know, you're going to know where the camera's moving, but performance-wise, nobody's got eyes on that. Let's trust each other. You know, this was them talking to me. They're like, let us help you do your job well. When Jensen's directing, Jared was saying that this is what Jensen and I do. I kind of give him a nod if I feel like we need to go again because his full Dean potential isn't there. Let us do that for you. Let us help you be the character you're trying to be and execute the scene the way you want it done cinematically. And they did that on a super high level every day, and it made the challenge of executing that episode a true delight because I had the support of, you know, some of the most talented people I've ever met. And I include Brad and Sayers in that, who were just phenomenally helpful in pulling that off. So without Jared, Jensen, Sayers, and Brad, and Robin, and the rest of that crew, I wouldn't have been able to pull that off. So not only getting to direct, but being able to capitalize on the generosity and creative strengths of that team was a rare opportunity. And I feel very fortunate to have been able to be a part of it.
And you know, also, I want to just add, that was your 4th episode you directed, right?
My 5th.
That was your 5th. That you'd earned their trust by that point, too. Like, Jensen and Jared do have a say in what directors come back, what directors don't. You know, they say, hey, we really like working with this. You impressed them so much with that first one that you did that they wanted you to keep coming back. And for them to sit down and have that conversation, I think it's a tribute to you and how good of a job you've done directing. And now they're like, we want to work with you and make this the best episode we can. I think
that's you're kind to say that, and I do think they really showed a tremendous level of support that they certainly weren't required to do. So I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the question.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Me too.
All right, over there.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, first off, Rich, I just want to tell you that when I saw you return as Gabriel last season, I screamed for a good 5 minutes and scared everyone in my house. So,
you're welcome.
5 minutes
that's
straight screaming.
And I just want to ask, and this is for all of you, will you guys be returning anytime soon to the show as your characters?
Rich always has a good answer for this.
And the answer is honest, and that is we never know. We have no idea. If you had asked me this time last year if Gabriel were going to come back, I would not have known that he was going to. They save those answers for late into the year. Some of the times those decisions are made and we don't know about them, or they haven't made that decision yet, and when it happens, we'll know. Now, that said, if we knew, we wouldn't tell you. And if we told you yes, we might mean no. And if we told you no, we might mean yes. Because the truth of the matter is, no matter how badly you want to know, deep down inside, you don't want to know. Thank you for your question, though.
And we sure hope so.
That's Matt Cohen. That's Rob Benedict.
Richard Speight Jr.
And
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
It's a magic number.
So magic.
Yeah, it is. It's a magic number. 3. It's a magic number. Yeah, it is. It's a magic number.
Thank you, everybody. Now it's time for you to overspend on items that will be sold to you via auction. That's right, Robbie. It's auction time. Auction time.
And I think the band is going to be signing our CDs.
Signing of CDs.
Yes. And before that, we might do a little impromptu acoustic.
Impromptu music. So go see the band play some music, bid on some stuff, and we will be back here shortly, everybody.
Can you hear me?